excited. The Thunder have been better at home this postseason, as the guys just mentioned. They posted a 10-2 record while recording a 5-5 record on the road after last night's defeat to the Pacers in Indiana. So, Gil, with that being said, the Thunder 8.5-point favorites right now. Who do you think has the edge in Game 7?
OKC. You know, how they've been playing at home versus this team. Like, we can talk about how Indiana looked in the fourth quarter in Game 1, but before that, they wasn't even on the same planet. They were getting their butts beat off. Game 1, Game 2, with Game 5, right? It hasn't been a great outing for Pacers in that building. So when you're talking about going back to Game 7, OKC has the advantage, even though no one is counting Pacers out. But at the end of the day, they don't play very well in the first quarter or the second. So if they go all the way to the third quarter, in 5 of the 6 games, they've been down minus 6.5, 7 points.
But Gil, I mean, everybody's counting out the Pacers. I mean, they're one of the biggest underdogs in finals history.
I don't think they count them out now.
I mean, not now, but still, I mean, 8.5.
8.5.
It's 8.5. That's 8 in the hook.
Yeah.
In the NBA Finals, after you just smacked the team by 17, you're up close to damn near 30. And all the, by the way.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I think it's
Reality.
It's
reality.
Well, reality could be disrespectful too.
You're down 9 at the end of all 3 quarters in 5 out of 6 games. What is that?
Because we're talking about the inability to close out. And that's a special it factor that Indiana has down the stretch. And by the way, for a young team, I agree with you. On paper, they should be smacking Indiana. I believe that.
They have been.
But they're not. Now we're in a 3-3 Game 7 scenario. Pressure for the MVP, going back home, in your own home territory, with guys like Jay Will, guys like SGA. We're comparing to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I mean, that's a lot of pressure on a young basketball team.
You didn't hear that from me.
I didn't hear that from you. I heard from other people on the show.
Right.
Not from us, though.
I will say this to you. I think Game 7 is going to be a thriller. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be tight. I think that, here's what I'm thinking. When I watched OKC in Game 1 have a 15-point lead and ultimately blow that, right? I watched them throughout the playoffs, and there are times when they just lag offensively. They can't seem to get anything going, but they know how to neutralize you defensively. Indiana, to me, with Rick Carlisle, I have faith that he'll figure out a way to produce enough offense where it gets tight, the fourth quarter's here. I think this is one of those situations, ladies and gentlemen, where it's going to come down to the ball in SGA's hands and the Halliburtons of the world, or whomever you want to pick. The point is, I think it's going to be close in the fourth quarter. I'm not saying that OKC's not going to pull away, because I still believe in them, but I think come fourth quarter time, midway through the fourth quarter, we're going to be within 5 points of one another. It's going to come down to the wire, and we're going to find, and cats are going to get tested. And then when you take into account that you're relatively young, and it's a Game 7, you know, y'all know this better than me. Palms get sweaty, stuff gets tight, and you don't know how somebody's going to react. This is Game 7 of an NBA Finals. The championship is on the line. The slightest mistake can cost you everything. If you played awful at moments in other games, why the hell should I assume that you might not play awful in those moments? I think it's going to come down to the wire.
Listen, OKC, when it's horrible, right? When they're playing bad, it looks really bad for them. But they're at home, right? And let's not, you're a young team, you get your energy from being home, being in your bed. So when we're talking about there's going to be a close game, we have to assume that Indiana's going to be coming back, right? They're going to be coming back, because there's not been a first quarter, second quarter, third quarter where we've actually sat there and said, oh my God, this has been a great game all the way through. There's been blowouts all the way through. Come back at the end of the game, Game 1, to make it exciting. But for the most part, it hasn't really been an interesting series when you're talking about first quarter to fourth. Right?
Jay, well, why were you making a face when he was talking?
Well, just because I don't know how Gil feels about it, but I didn't like being at home. I'd much rather be on the road. I've heard some of the greatest players talk about how they can lock in on the road. There ain't nothing better than not being with your family, not answering all the texts and all the calls about tickets and all the other damn things that happens when you're at home. It allows you to be focused and locked in. So I'd much rather be on the road.
Bill, what do you say to that?
He went to Duke. He went to Duke. They were enemies on the road, which made them villains, so it was a different thing.
Well, what do you think Indiana is, though?
They ain't villains.
They're not villains.
Not villains.
They're not villains. It's like playing in the garden. It's like playing here in the garden. Right? The building gives you energy. Listen, if I seen something in them that tells me that they're comfortable they're not comfortable in that building. They're not comfortable there. Right? OKC is.
But they still got one victory there.
Yeah, they did. They
still got one victory.
That's what I'm saying. It's like boxing, right? The score going into the fourth quarter, 10-8, 10-8, 10-8, 10-8. And then they close their eyes and throw a haymaker and knock them out. That's all that was.
I'm with you if you're talking about both teams living up to who they are and who they should be in this series. The question is, do you think OKC has the potential to fold? And I'm saying yes. I don't believe it will happen, but they do have that potential. And if I'm Indiana, I want to keep it tight. Why? Because I'm saying to myself, we can get them. We can get them. If we don't give them that cushion, if it's tight and they're like, damn, this game 7, we're on our home turf. We just got blown out in game 6. These cats still here. It's a 3-point game. It's 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left. Oh, damn. I mean, hey, listen, if I'm Indiana, that's what I want. That's the kind of moment I want. And we'll find out. I still will go with OKC, me personally. But if I'm Indiana, I want that.
What you want is not what you're going to get.
Okay, so you're saying
you can want a close game all you want. That's not what you're going to get.
What do you think's going to happen?
Nothing different. They're going to be down 10, 15 points going into the fourth, trying to make a comeback.
Let's save your prediction. I want to save the prediction, though, the final prediction.
Oh, you can save it.
Yeah, you can save it.
I'll save it.
We'll save it. We got
I'll save it.
We got 2 hours.
We got time.
Hey, I heard you had some issues.
I mean, even if he doesn't play to 100%, even if he doesn't play a lot of minutes, you see the impact that Tyrese Halliburton has on this team when he's just on the floor. He was electrifying, just being aggressive, getting downhill, getting other guys involved. I've been picking the Pacers the whole time. I'm going to stick with the Pacers. He's probably not their best player. I think that's Pascal Siakam, but he's their most important player. So I'm going to go with Tyrese Halliburton. He's the guy I'm going to keep my eye on. I want to see if he's getting down here early. I want to see if he's pushing the pace. I want to see if he's aggressive, because also if he's aggressive, that helps him get other guys involved, because he's a threat to score first and foremost.
Who's the player to watch in Game 7, Markeith?
I would say Jalen Williams from OKC, right? If he comes out with the spark he's had, not last game, but the 2 games before that, or just the entire finals, I think it would be Jalen Williams. I think he has to come out and set the tone, because when he comes out and he's taking 20+ shots and he's looking for his shot over and over, that makes him a better team. So I'm gonna go with Jalen Williams on this one.
Fascinating juxtaposition. In Game 5, he scored 40 points. Last night, his plus-minus was -40. So I like that take. As J-Dub goes, so go the Thunder. How about you, Alan? Who's the player you're watching Sunday night?
It's the MVP. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You're playing at home. You're the MVP. The last time an MVP lost in a Game 7